This video is sponsored by Manscaped.com. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents and keep you clean and fresh down there. And for a limited time, subscribers get not one, but 2 free gifts worth $60. So don't wait. Click the link in the description and head over to Manscaped.com. Use promo code MMA20 to get 20% off plus free shipping.
I'm the best fighter in the world right now. Everybody knows what happened in that last fight. That was a complete robbery. I mean, before the fight, everything going up in the lead up to the fight was, just everything went against me. I had a hurt foot. I kicked the student training, couldn't train before the fight, thrown up before the fight. I got a little bit set up. Someone gave me some bad food, and I was puking 2 days before weigh-ins. I got Charles and Clint from the UFC PI coming over, giving me a rehydration kit because I'm so, weak and all my electrolytes are gone. And I was, I didn't even have to cut weight. I went right to weigh-ins because I was on weight. So, and then we go in the fight, and then Mark guarded all the fake fouls that weren't there. He was calling, but then when there was fouls and he can see the guys clearly hit me in the back of the head at the end of the fight, and I'm intelligently defending myself, and then he calls the fight. We found out real quick that Mark Nasso Goddard is anti-Brexit. He wants the European Union, so he's a piece of he hates Trump, so obviously he hates me, and he's gonna get paid off to help me lose, and he didn't want me to win. So I want a rematch with Marty Fake Newsman. If I don't get that, then they better make something worth my while to come back.
Incredible heart, man. Sometimes the guys with the heart like me and you, we get injured in a fight, and I just hope you're good recover, my friend, and wuss.
Hey, deep breath. My teeth are falling out. Yeah, breathe. Hey, listen, breathe. Deep breath, Anthony.
Why would they not stop the fight? There's 3 of these guys in the corner. They all got a towel, and none of them fought after two 10-8 rounds. And their guy refusing to talk to the referee, their guy balling up, their guy being knocked down, their guy bleeding out of both sides of his eyes. And by the way, then tells them, I think that my teeth are broken. Nobody picked up the clue. You got to put on your Columbo rain jacket. You got to bring Perry Mason in here. Come on.
But Chill, I do feel like we need to blame Jason Herzog, who, by the way, is a fine referee and historically does a great job. What the hell was he seeing? Like, why did he let this go on so long? I feel like we could do this like a 50-50 split, right? We could blame the corner 50% for not stepping in, but we expect that out of them. I expect more from Jason Herzog, to be honest.
Oh, everybody's hands are dirty in this thing. I really don't know what I just saw. I mean, it was no way to end a night. It was such a fantastic event, and all the precautions and everything that went into it. I just don't understand why we had to do that to Anthony. I'm a little bit confused.
We've debated this on Ariel and the Bad Guy before. Why don't cornermen stop fights sooner? And in boxing, you see it all the time, right? My theory is, 1, pay structure. You get half to show, half to win, and a lot of them don't want to be responsible for taking money out of their fighter's pocket. And there's this sort of false bravado in this sport, like, hey, you're a weakling if you stop the fight. I say, live to fight another day. They did a massive disservice to Anthony Smith tonight. He will feel the effects of this fight for many, many years, right? It is so short-sighted to not stop a fight when you could just live to fight another day. I don't get that mentality. Why don't we see it?
It is an insane bravado, Errol. I don't know where it came from either. No other sport carries this stigma. No other sport carries that level of responsibility. If LeBron's hurt, LeBron goes and sits down. I mean, that's the way it works, and that's what he should do. I do not know where this comes from in fighting. I realize this is different. It's a contact sport and all this different bravado. Look, when you took your T-shirt off and you walked into a steel cage in front of the world and said, let's get it on, there's your bravado. You've already separated yourself from the pack. We don't need to stay out there and take years off a career.
It would be unfortunate, right? Like, the final fight for you should be against him. It's a trilogy. There's a backstory.
Yes.
It feels a little empty if it's can't be interim. You know,
I would not fight for. I don't want to fight for an interim title.
Okay.
Like, I don't want it to be interim. If we're gonna fight, then they would have to be for the full championship, because they're giving the champ a date with plenty of time to prepare. And if he's not willing to take the date, then you have to.
Are you not budging? So that date is sometime in August. Are you not budging on that day? Like, would you be willing to wait till October or no?
I've always said it's not my choice. I'm not the champion, right? I don't want this thing to come off like I'm the one making the rules. I'm not the champion, but because I'm willing, right? Because I'm willing, my voice is getting heard, right? I'm saying I'm willing, right? I'm willing. You give me a time frame, I'm willing to go and get prepared for that time frame. Give a date, Stipe. Don't just say sometime in the fall. Like, give a date. Work with the UFC, and they will work with you. That's it. That's it. Give a date. Give a time so people can start putting things in place in order to make this thing work. Because it's the heavyweight championship of the world. It's the biggest trilogy fight the UFC's ever had. Go and give them something to work with, and they'll make it work for you. Or you run the risk of them just taking your belt. Something you worked so hard for. Hasn't been the most active guy, and it's like, it's hard. It's hard for them it's hard to be patient with somebody when they're not really working with you.
Sounds like you're getting frustrating. You're getting frustrated.
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm just saying, like, give a date, champ. That's it. Just give a date. He did say, I'm going to fight DC. I'm not saying I'm not going to fight him.
Right.
And so let's not paint Stipe Miocic as if he's not wanting to fight me. Dude will fight me any day of the week, as he'll fight anybody else. He's a stud. But just give us a date. Give us a time frame.
Thrown up before the fight. I got a little bit set up. Someone gave me some bad food, and I was puking 2 days before weigh-ins. I'm so, weak, and all my electrolytes are gone, and I was just, everything went against me. I had a hurt foot. I kicked the student training, couldn't train before the fight.
My foot was a balloon. My foot was a balloon. You want to see it? Do you know what I mean? My toes came out of the socket.